Hello and welcome, you crazy people. My name is Jay, and Amazon's New World is getting delayed from spring 2021 to August 2021. And there are some key new things that are coming along with this delay, and I've got to say this could change everything. No, but the really big features that make it like very interesting. I want maybe even clickbait the YouTube title with "This changes everything." But yeah, the key thing is that it's getting delayed. So let's pop open the article. Spring 2021 did seem a little bit optimistic. It didn't seem like we had all the information, and so it seems that the game is getting delayed, officially to August 31st, 2021. Now they'll be doing a EU server test on March 30th, but interestingly, the closed beta will be July 20th, and if you've pre-ordered New World, you will get into that. Now, this video basically just says what the article says, so we're not going to look at it too much, but this new one I'm not that interested in. Ebb Scale Reach, I mean, it's a new zone for the end game, fine, no problems. But these next two, I think, are really big. So expeditions are basically your 5-man dungeons from World of Warcraft or your typical MMO, and that's huge. I'm like, I'm surprised it wasn't already in. I hadn't even considered that it wasn't already in, but adding this really allows them to get, dropped gear from bosses, more crafted storylines. Like, it really, I think for me, is almost a requirement. So I'm very happy that they're adding that. PvE is not necessarily my main thing. I prefer to play PvP, but badly. And then that leads me perfectly onto the next thing, which is Outpost Rush. Now, these are 2020 battles set in Primordial River Basin, whatever. It's a 2020 battle, and now you'll be competing over strategic resources. The key thing here is, I think this might be a queuable instance, if that makes sense. It might be a queuable battleground, is the word I'm looking for. They didn't quite overtly say that, but the 50 versus 50 instant sieges, I thought, oh, that's cool. But it left a bit of a gap for PvP. Yes, you could flag on PvP and be like, I'm going to go and roam around and try and find people. But that was going to turn into a Zerg versus Zerg, probably, people who are PvP flagged. Having battlegrounds and arenas, that kind of thing, would be really interesting. Now, why is it 20 versus 20? Seems a little large, you know what I mean? It's not a... The queues could be a long time. If the population dies off a little bit, the queues could be a long time. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's actually like on the hour or something like that. Maybe it's not queuable, but maybe it's repeatable. But just having something like that for PvP could be a big game changer for me. I think that really opens up this game to perhaps new heights. And to be fair, it's not even a massive delay really. It's probably the end of summer, so you could argue like a maximum 6 months delay, something like that. But really, depending on what that is and how it's implemented, especially if we end up with, we could end up with maybe like 10 versus 10, 15 versus 15. We could get more battlegrounds over time. These two things are perhaps really game changing, and really drastically change how this will appeal to a more mass market audience. So the fact that they're adding that is fantastic. Obviously, the delay is going to get a lot of hate, I think, but it's sort of like a sugar-coated pill. It's like, this is your medicine, we need to delay it, but you're getting some incredible things, depending how they work, obviously. So I am super excited about that. We'll have to wait and see how it all plans out, but I do think that could really be a game-changing thing. I keep saying game-changing because it literally is game-changing. It literally is game-changing. And I think it's just a massive addition. Even if you just end up with one instant dungeon and one battleground, over time, you're going to, obviously there'll be more and stuff like that. So I think that people are always going to be like, oh, a delay is bad, but you better to delay your game and have a good game than to have a bad game. It's one of the Nintendo guys said like a bad game is bad forever. But a late game is just late. I'm really paraphrasing and completely butchering that, but it's true, isn't it? Look at Cyberpunk. Look at Cyberpunk. Need we say any more? You better delay your game and get it vaguely right. So that's it. I mean, that's the news. It's big news, depending on your point of view. We'll have to wait and see how it all pans out, how it plays, what the actual details are. Will it be everything that we want and more? Who knows? Like and subscribe. Have a most beautiful day. Like the video. Just like the video. Forget subscribing. Just like the video if you want. Have a most beautiful day. Goodbye.